Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
They're in the bar, right over there.
What are you doing? Who are you cheating on? Get out! Get away! Oh, what the?
Watch out.
What? What do you think about this? Grab my hair again? Grab my hair?
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
You can feel in your heart when something's not right.
No other woman has made me feel the way she does.
You don't do this to the people that love you.
I can live with the truth, but I can't live with lies.
I'm lost. I feel like I'm by myself.
This is not the way we're supposed to end.
I will get to the truth.
I know this isn't easy.
I can't take it anymore.
I knew something was going down, though, man.
This has been a lie the whole time. I'm about to throw up.
Oh, hell no!
Here we go. I see you right there. I want a hard target search.
Is this what you got to me from with your dart?
There he is.
Get your hands off me!
Get the camera off you.
You need to be baptized!
Calm down.
Knock that off.
I'll tell you what to say!
This is the price of justice.
This is like not how this is supposed to
Whatever,
work,
just
John.
go. Go with him.
I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
I do love you.
I love you, too.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
I'm Joey Greco, and welcome to another installment of Cheaters. Jessi Lowe is a woman anxious her deepest fears may be coming true. Worried about her girlfriend's fidelity, an embattled Jessi appeals to Cheaters for professional support.
Jessi Lowe, age 25. An office manager concerned that her girlfriend has filed her love away in the outbox.
I've never been with a woman. You know, I've never been with somebody that understood how I felt, you know, when I looked in the mirror. Me and Rachel, we'd go out, we'd hang out, she'd always call me at work all the time, you know, she'd always check in, you know, we'd be able to sit down and eat together, we'd have time together. You know, now it just seems like she has no time for me. I think that some of the things that Rachel is doing are really suspicious. I mean, she doesn't come home whenever she's supposed to. I mean, she didn't come at home until about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, even after the bars let out. I mean, she doesn't talk to me like she used to talk to me. She used to talk to me like she loved me. I think what we had before was perfect, and I want it back that way. But she's just changed so much that it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. I can't be a doormat for the rest of my life. I mean, I've been cheated on so many times, and all I can do is just hope for the best and just hope that she loves me as much as I love her.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Rachel Aldrin, age 25. A body piercing practitioner accused of piercing another woman's heart with Cupid's arrow. Investigation Day 4. Detectives stationed outside the suspect's workplace wait for her to surface. After a couple of uneventful hours, agents on reconnaissance spy suspect Rachel Aldrin through a window as she gives a friendly peck to a coworker while on her way out for the evening. Detectives trail the suspect until she arrives at a local hotspot known for its hot wings. Aldrin bustles inside and grabs a table. A half an hour later, PIs stationed outside catch a glimpse of the unknown female coworker that Aldrin kissed earlier that evening. Aldrin and her companion order wings and beers while getting more comfortable. Just as things appear to heat up, the girls make their way toward the door. Outside, the colleagues kiss goodbye in the parking lot and appear to head their separate ways. That turns out to be a fallacy, as Aldrin is tracked to her companion's humble abode. The girls disappear for a few hours before Aldrin emerges and heads back home to a lovesick Jessi. Investigation Day 8. Detectives again stake out the suspect's place of business, waiting for her to make her move. Cheater's PIs spot Aldrin as she leaves work with her co-worker in tow. Taking separate cars, the pair take off in tandem. After a brief pursuit, the girls arrive once again at the companion's place of residence. Aldrin and the companion, now known as Callie Thorne, walk arm in arm into Thorne's apartment. Sometime later, the pair emerge and set forth to their next destination. A few miles away, they arrive at a gin mill, where they adjourn to the patio. The pair ingest libations and get a little touchy-feely before settling their tab. Aldrin and Thorne walk arm in arm back to their vehicle and depart the scene. The girls arrive at an unknown residence, where Thorne runs inside. The companion soon resurfaces and hustles back to an awaiting Aldrin. Upon arriving at the companion's apartment, the couple kiss passionately in the parking lot before heading upstairs and disappearing for the rest of the evening. Investigation Day 11. Cheater's agents continue careful surveillance of suspect Aldrin. The suspect arrives at her work and ducks inside. Aldrin again emerges with Thorne at her side. The two make tracks and arrive at a pool hall. Inside, the girls grab a table and uncharacteristically knock some balls around. The women strut their stuff and kiss a bit before a misunderstanding leads to a minor altercation. Upon being bounced out, the duo return to their work. Aldrin tries to head to her car only to be stopped by Thorne, who engages her in an impromptu makeout session on the hood of the car. Aldrin dances around the truth in this recorded phone call to Jessi.
Hey, Gordon. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just finishing up some paperwork and getting some tools ready to clean. Well, I was wondering if you would join me for some sushi. Well, it sounds awesome. But I think I need to stay a little bit later tonight, though. You have to work late again? Well, yeah, it's the flu season. I have to work twice as hard to make the money I was making a month ago. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna call you and tell you what you need to do when you're at work. Whatever. Okay, well, I'll see you later then.
Aldrin returns to Thorne's place, where the girls disappear inside for the rest of the night. With all the evidence in place, detectives return to the command center. Coming up, the confrontation.
With indications pointing to betrayal, Cheater supplies Jessi with the in-depth details. Growing weary of her mental anguish, Jessi prepares herself to discover the truth.
Jessi, thanks for being here tonight. Our detectives do have some information that they thought it'd be important for you to see.
Okay.
Are you ready to look at that now?
Yeah, I am.
Jessi, as our investigation began, we had a detective that was positioned outside of Rachel's place of employment. Rachel left, got into her car, and our detective followed her until she arrived at a fast food restaurant. A short time later, the second young lady that was at the shop arrives, joins Rachel. They have something to eat, but now you can see that the interaction between the two of them is a little bit more cordial than we've noticed before. After some wings, they each get into their own car, and Rachel follows this young lady to what we assume to be her residence, and they go inside where they spend a considerable amount of time before Rachel exits and leaves later that evening. On this day, we again had a detective outside of the parlor where Rachel works. But this evening, the events were a little different. They each left in their own vehicle, where they both went to the same residence that we had seen on the previous evening. We were able to confirm that this is where the other young lady resided. On this evening, Rachel remained there for the entire night. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just need a second.
One of the reasons that you hired us was to find out what was going on. We know that earlier this evening, Rachel and this young lady met and went out together. We're gonna head there right now. If they leave, he's gonna call us. We'll just pull over and wait till they land someplace before we continue from that point, okay? You gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come on, let's get you in the van. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Interesting. Okay, everyone stay close. Get everyone together. Okay, let's move.
He's following up behind.
Watch out.
Coming up, the conclusion.
They're in the bar, right over there.
What are you doing? Who are you cheating on? Get out of here. Come on, get out of here. Leave us alone. Crazy ass bitch.
I didn't
Just
do
like
it.
Come on, leave her. Just leave her.
Hey. Whoa.
Pick it up.
Baby, get out of here. Get out of here.
Calm
Come
down,
on.
ladies.
Come on.
Hey, she's hotter than me.
You know what? This is just like crazy bitch. What's wrong with you? It's over. You know what's up. Why do you have to bring all the crazy ass cooties, didn't you? Got some clap, huh? Right? Hey, whore.
Come on now, that's not...
Come on, baby, come on.
Is that necessary?
Get to the car. Oh, my God.
Come on, where they go?
Oh, my God, y'all trying. Get alive. Oh, what the egg? You bitch. So you my hair? You can't date somebody with real hair, huh? You gotta date a fake-ass bitch? You have to cheat on me with some hoe?
Watch out.
What? What do you think about this? Grab my hair again? Huh? Grab my hair? Where is she?
I'm not going to let anything happen to her.
Think it's funny?
Hey, dude.
Just going? What is wrong with you? Is this it? Is this all? You're done with me? This is all. You knew that this was it. No, I didn't. You think's been going on for Why would you cheat on me? Why would you do this? Because you're boring ass. That's why. Come on. You're boring. You need some fun. It's all over. What do you have to say? What are you crying about now? What? Just what?
Well, why couldn't you just, if you were unhappy, why couldn't you just break up with her?
Just shut up. Don't want to hear from you.
Oh, what? Am I lying?
Huh?
Am I lying?
Look, she is in
Did she
denial.
have
This
to-
has been over a long time.
Well, how come she didn't move out? If it's been over for such a long time, how come you haven't moved out? How come? Right. That's my point. Is if it's been over, why didn't you move out? Why didn't you tell her?
I am tonight. Okay? But yeah, she's leaving. She's coming with me. She's going. Okay? Is that what you want? Yeah. That's what's happening. Crazy. I knew you were crazy. Why do you think you can't keep a girlfriend? Crazy. That bitch came at me with a beer bottle. Yeah, because you had to do all this charade. If you didn't have to do this would
Okay, no thanks.
No, we're done. Come on. Baby, let's go.
I'll take a pass on that. Let go.
My wrestling! All right! Rick Flair was built the best bikes in the world!
Get them out of here.
After the confrontation, Jessi fights to calm her mental state. Later in the show, Cheaters updates you on her prognosis. But first, we interview former client Michelle Drew. Michelle returns to discuss her time on the show.
Michelle Drew, age 43. Michelle comes forward to bare her soul about her experience on Cheaters.
When I first saw the video and had confirmation, I was hurt, only because my trust was betrayed. I just feel like friends just don't step on friends' toes, not deliberately.
Well, I'm Joey Greco with Cheaters, and Michelle called us because
Can we talk?
Yeah, we can talk. Not like
No, why? Why you talk to me?
No.
Talk to me. I got you. No, we don't talk right now. Talk right now. No, don't play with me, Paul.
It was good in a sense for me to look him in his face and let him know that I knew, and that it wasn't speculation, because I could then go on into another chapter of my life, and the bridge that got burnt, I wasn't the one who lit the match.
I'm a ready to lethal weapon. Y'all get back from me, man. Y'all stay back from me. Don't come up on me, man. Don't come up on me. I said don't come up on me, man. I'm a lethal weapon. I don't play. Just stay away. Don't even come near my car.
Wax off dance.
Hey. Don't come near my car. I said I'm a lethal weapon, man.
Get back.
I said I'm a lethal weapon. Get back. Stay away from my car, man. Y'all just get back.
When I got home, he was there. And he was packing his things because he already knew, and it wasn't any power struggle, and it wasn't any, play on words. We knew exactly what we were saying, and we meant what we said.
You need to tell her she need to go. That's what you do. You need to tell her she need to go. She need to find her another way home. She ain't riding home in this. She not riding home in this. She need to call a cab or something.
My hand's side, man. Nothing I can do.
Somebody, you take me home. You really love me, Paul?
Yes, I love you, baby. I really do. I really do love you.
Love should have brought you home last night then.
For some reason, since he's been gone, it's like we're closer now. The saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. We're closer now. Life goes on. We all go through changes, And this is just another phase in our lives.
Jessi Lowe says that any love for her girlfriend has completely dissipated. She affirms the games are over and there will be no reconciliation. Rachel Aldrin is devastated by the events that took place and is pleading with Jessi for forgiveness. She says her desperation for affection left her powerless when confronted with advances from her companion. Aldrin has ended things with the companion, even though Jessi continues to refuse her reconciliation attempts. As for the companion, she seems to be more upset about being humiliated on TV than ending her relationship with Ms. Aldrin. She says, "I can't believe Joey and those jerks from Cheaters humiliated me like that on TV. I am mortified."
you still have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.